Who's there?
Here we go.
Commonwealth boys gonna kill a cat.
We'll kill you if we have to. Just
Really
please.
pissing me off. Gunner down. Come on, asshole. For you.
Thanks for your help, friend.
I was glad to help out.
I can't argue with you. Anyway,
Let's trade.
go ahead.
Don't let the island catch you off guard. Buy my guns.
Fresh shipment in. All your medical and food needs.
I hope the harbor's being good to you. At this point, I'd settle if folks were just plain civil.
What's the history of this place?
Well, this whole dock used to belong to the Mariner, when the fog started getting thicker. Family by family, homestead by homestead, people were kicked out of their homes inland. The Mariner was kind enough to let people stay. The harbor just kind of grew out of that charity.
What's there to do in town?
Brooks sells general goods. Teddy writes in back of his shop, and he can patch you up if you need it. Besides that, the Last Plank's a popular stop for booze and what have you. And last...
You know of anyone could use some help?
It's never easy to ask anyone on this island for help, much less a stranger. But I've got a responsibility to these...
I'm happy to help with anything I can.
If you say so. We get our drinking water from a pure... We had a bad storm not long before you got here. I sent Howard Dunbar out to fix them. He was out there when the Mirelurks... I was hoping you might go have a look. If the worst happened. Maybe you could get those fog condensers back online. If you're up to it, just head south out of town. I wouldn't ask a stranger to stick their neck out on our behalf.
Am I gonna need any tools or parts?
The fog condensers need their power modules replaced, but Howard took the only spares we had. Either way,
What exactly are these fog condensers? How do they work?
well, I'm no engineer, but the way it was explained to me, each fog condenser pulls in the air around it and then condenses it into liquid. The point being, the fog doesn't get past them. They make a barrier that protects the town. No fog means that all the nasty things living in it stay in it. They don't venture out too often. The fog's their home, I guess. The fog condensers eat up a lot of power, but we've got a wind farm that takes care of that. As long as the turbines stay charged, we stay safe.
All right.
Good. Our...
Need to drown your troubles? Talk to Mitch at the last plank. You need work? Talk with the Mariner. Lord
Hey.
knows she's always
Welcome to the bait
carrying
shop.
on about something.
If you need any odds and ends, I'm your man.
Hey, this is a long shot, but do you accept this charge card?
Huh? Oh yeah, that thing. Sure do. It'll be easier if I just cash you out. Looks like, what, 100 caps? Here you go.
What's your story?
Just a guy trying to make it. Speaking of which,
Sure. Let's see what you have.
let's set you up. Need it? The bait
Hi.
shop's got it. Please. No.
Hey,
You another vulture circling over Andre's body? He ain't dead. Wait. No. It's a mainlander. Well, welcome to my little clinic. If you need doctoring, speak up. I wish I had time for some proper conversation, but my work's never done.
who's Andre?
Poor Andre is my patient over there. He spent too long a spell and...
I know a few things about medicine. Can I try to help him?
You say, what? You? Help? Well, poor Andre's got it, but I'll be watching you.
Protect your loved ones.
Let's
with
take
my
a look.
fine hands.
Well, I'll be. I think you may have done it. I'll keep looking after Andre. But I think thanks to you, he's got a fighting chance.
Hey,
Hey, Doc.
let me ask you.
Welcome to my clinic. You need anything?
Let's trade.
Sure.
So long as you're carrying it.
You're from the Commonwealth, right?
Lost my home when the fog rolled in.
You're that mainlander who just got here.
Right?
I should know. I watched.
Sounds interesting.
I thought you might. My family. It was lumber, and the island's been getting revenge ever since. But now our story takes it. With the stranger's help. The last.
Let me guess. I'm...
You're... Now, on to the first chapter in our tale of vengeance. That would be the sad story of freckle-faced Petey. Petey was my cousin. He was a good lad, never caused trouble. He thought all those freckles brought him luck, but, well, not so much. He was out foraging at the National Park campground when the island sicked some feral ghouls on him. Anyway, he made it back to town, but died. Of course, those ferals are still out.
Sure. Those ghouls are...
Good.
Old Longfellow knows what he's about.
Fish ain't biting.
Captain Avery's all right, I guess.
The bait shop's got everything you need.
Only Alan's got enough backbone to stand up to the children. Those tools you found are a joy to work with. It gave me this idea. A cargo freighter.
Right.
With a bit of arc well. Best to do it soon.
Sounds like a really good plan.
The ship's the MS Azalea. Once you mount the deck...
Guns, guns, and more guns.
Come. All right.
Looks like Howard didn't make it. I'll have to repair the fog condensers myself.
something out there. That's the last. Damn. I got nothing. They won't be bothering anybody now.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
What are you?
I told you. I'm the old synth on the mountain. I know the plastic skin and tubes out the back can be unsettling. But I want to ask you to look past that. Tell me why you're here, and I'll try to help you.
What are you?
I told you. I know the... Tell me why.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own, and I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick? It can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
All right, Dima. We'll humor you. Keep talking.
This all started over a century ago, when we were first created. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
We'll talk later. This is a lot to take in.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
She's human, and she has a family waiting for her.
But imagine what it means if you're wrong. If Kasumi is a synth, then she doesn't have a family. She never had one. Think about how she must feel. None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
How would I even know?
I'm afraid if you're looking for some biological test we can do, there isn't any. None that aren't fatal. Instead, you have to look for the signs, holes in someone's memory, feelings of unexplained isolation, odd dreams. But ultimately, you have to decide for yourself. What do you believe? Have you ever questioned your humanity?
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure? I don't mean to question you, but what's the first memory you have?
I'm not gonna tell my life story to someone I barely know. Let's hear your answer first.
I was in a laboratory. In the Institute. They were pulling pieces of my head out. Something about wanting to test some neural process. That was every day for months. Strapped down. Operated on. And then I was out. The Institute has fail-safes to strip memories that could identify where they are, how to find them. But I do remember being quite content. I was free. That is my earliest memory. Now, yours?
I was with my husband. We were getting ready for the day. I had to take care of my son, Sean. And... well, a lot's happened since then.
But no memories before then? No childhood? Your first best friend? Your first kiss? That's usually a sign. Data is easy to migrate, but feelings... that's a hard thing to transfer into another mind. Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that you will be accepted here, whatever you decide is true for yourself.
I've heard enough. Where is Kasumi Nakano?
Of course. Kasumi is usually working down below. You can see her whenever you like. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase. Did you need anything else before you go?
I'm part of a group that helps synths. A railroad.
Really? I don't understand why a group dedicated to helping synths would convince them through fear that their only option is to hide. Yes, they volunteer for the memory wipe. Yes, not knowing you're a synth makes it harder for the Institute to find you. But the cost... I know how frightening it is. The risk of capture. But sacrificing what you are? Avoiding the true struggle to be accepted as our own form of life?
Ideals aren't going to protect escaped synths. We do what we have to.
I know that's what you think. I just... No. No, I shouldn't judge. I'm over here, far from the Commonwealth, in relative safety. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
So, everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them.
Who are you?
I came to this island, but after my escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. No programmed task. No false memories. I spent a year just sitting in a cave. Just sitting. One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do, who I was. I've been doing that ever since. Was there anything else?
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there. I was having a hard enough time.